Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of Arkham Horror. And yes, last time it really happened. I really forgot something. I should have placed or kept at least one of those Doom tokens when there was this, not the gate burst, but I think it was this outbreak card. When this triggered, I removed all of those and you only removed 3, which you then distribute accordingly. But I think I should be fixed with that. But apart from that, I think we can start our next round. And again, the graveyard looks terrible. We still have this Mask Hunter, we have the Corpse Taker, we have the Creeping Ghoul. Last round, I think most of those were, or all of those have been exhausted this round. I'm not so sure if I have any incentive to go there in order to exhaust those guys. Really have to think about this right now. I think one thing that I really have to do is to take care of those or those Doom tokens here. And right now I'm not so sure. In theory, I could really drag Umordhoth around the board, but sooner or later those guys will catch up with me. And then I'm more or less done. Yeah, on the other hand, down here there are 2 clue tokens waiting for us. So it's very likely that something cool will happen down there. And keep in mind, every clue I have on the scenario sheet is 1 hit point or 1 piece or point of damage that I can inflict on Umordhoth here. Right now I only have 2 and he currently has 20 hit points or 20 damage points or health, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, a lot of thinking to do. I really think I have to start with Marie Lameau again. Her first action will be to move into Velma's Diner because there are more clue tokens here and I really want to get rid of those as much as I can. So yeah, the next action will be a ward action apparently. So she will roll 4 dice. She still has a focus token. Crap. Okay, she has her rabbit's foot. I think she will use it right now. We really want to get rid of this. So let's roll that die again and not good enough. I will have to mark that this has been used. Am I forgetting something with her? Once per round? No, while casting a spell. No, she doesn't get any bonuses whatsoever. But I will take it anyway. 1 Doom token is better than no Doom token. Of course, we will use her Smoky Velvet ability now, which means she will do a ward action too. She will roll 4 dice. She lost her focus, and I'm not so sure. Does she get anything as part of a ward action? No, I think not. That's okay. Oh wow, Calvin has that spirit dagger. Shouldn't forget about it. Let's roll that die. Yes, that's good enough. Those are 2. Great stuff. So she gets 1 remnant back. She can really use those well for her spells. And I guess for her last action, yeah, that's really, it's a waste. It's really a waste, but she will go for dollar. Or should she go now? No, she will go for another focus action. So she will exchange her lore with 1 fighting power. Maybe something terrible will happen. I have to really check it out, but I think fighting power is more important for her now. Okay, those were her 3 actions. Next, I will continue with Agnes. She will move 1, 2 spaces here. And will she do the focus action or does she want to go after this Doom token here? And I think let's have her prep too. She will go for a strength token instead. 1 Doom is okay in that neighborhood, I guess. So yeah, that's good. And yeah, I think those were her 2 actions. She really had to move away from those monsters here at the graveyard. But on the other hand, or additionally, we also want to make sure that we gain at least some clues here or maybe one of those special encounters or so. That was really the main idea. The problem is I think Marie Lameau won't have one because this guy will want to move towards Marie Lameau there. Yeah, I think there is nothing I can do about it, so she won't have an encounter, I guess. Okay, then it's Calvin. He will focus 2. and he really needs some more will. Not sure what's coming up, but I want to be prepared to roll as many dice as possible. And I think with his second action, he will simply do a ward action. No, I think not. Absolutely not. He will trade. He will give her at least 3 of his $5. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So he will go down to 2. We could also exchange ward remnants, and I think why not? Let's also give some remnants over, and of course $3 to Agnes Baker. So everyone has some money now in order to either move around or buy stuff when it comes up. I think that was not too bad. Over to the monster phase. And we start with the Abyssal Servant here, and he will move toward engage investigator with most clues. That's either Agnes or Marie Lambeau. She's now nearby pretty much, so he will now, or this guy will move 1-2 spaces over to Agnes. And yeah, will also inflict some damage. And this is what I really didn't think about, to be honest. So he will now inflict 1 damage and 2 pieces of horror. And I think I can try to dodge that damage here at least with a flash ward. So she will spend 1 remnant now in order not to suffer that sanity hit here. And while casting as well, if you suffer damage or spend remnants, we get +2 lore. So I will now roll 6 dice. Yeah, I think I take that. And in theory, we only need 1 success. And yes, that's certainly good enough. So Marie Lambeau only suffers 2 horror. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess. Then let's have a look at those guys. I think this is the lurker. So he will simply move 1 of this doom token to the scenario sheet. So he has been taken care of. This mask hunter will move towards investigator with the most clues. Now I get to choose. It's either Marie Lambeau or it's Agnes Baker. And right now there are same distance, and I think let's split those guys up. So he will move 1-2 spaces here, and then we have the Creeping Ghoul move towards the unstable space, which is the general store. So this Creeping Ghoul will move over here to the general store, and of course, I nearly forgot, Umordhoth will also move up 1 space to the general store too. And then it's encounter time, and I really don't care. Let's start with Agnes Baker here in La Bella Luna. And it's an event. You ask a big spender how he came into his new wealth. Make an influence test. And I was really so close having her focus on influence. But then I thought maybe something terrible will show up and I need strength or so. This was bad. Okay, she will roll 2 dice now. And I think there is nothing she could do. She could have changed her mind, but of course I didn't know. So yeah, let's see. And yes, awesome. She was successful. Great. If you pass, he confesses to selling corpses to a cult and then bribes you to keep it under your head. You gain $3 and 1 clue from your neighborhood. Awesome stuff. Good thing that I traded with Calvin before. Ha ha ha. But I will take it anyway. And let's make sure that she gets the clue token. She has 2 clues now. So she really has to do a research action sooner or later. That's 2 more damage points we could inflict on Umordhoth. Awesome stuff. Okay, and then it's Calvin Wright. He's also at La Bella Luna. And this seems to be one of those special cards. Normally they have 1 of 8 or 3 of 8 or something like that. That's the 13 which we shuffled in from the scenario. Awesome. The high-stakes poker game seems more tense than usual. Make an observation test, which is a 3 for him, if I'm not mistaken. And awesome, he made it as well. Great stuff. This means if you pass, you exploit the unease the other players feel. You gain $3. Whether you pass or not, a growling man leaps at you outside. Spawn the set-aside Wolfman. Drew monster engaged with you and return this card to the archive. Awesome stuff. So we have our first monster. If we defeat it, we can place 1 marker on the scenario sheet, which is another -2 health for Umordhoth. Awesome stuff. So I think we get rid of it because we also removed that card. And then we have to draw the Wolfman Drew. He's a human cultist. He move and of course he will engage now. our leader in this case. He has a 3, -1, and he feeds. Okay, good thing is monster phase is already over, so there is a chance we can get rid of him relatively soon, and he seems beatable. Okay, those were all of our encounters. Let's do the mythos phase. Here we have a first blank, and the second one is another doom. So let's see where it goes. It goes somewhere to East Town at Hips Roadhouse. And again, right now that's still okay because I'm there and I can get rid of those. At least let's hope for that. Next we have Agnes Baker. And I nearly forgot, I have to give him $3 more from this card. It's really sad whether we pass or not. But yeah, we did definitely won that game of poker. And now we draw the mythos tokens for her. That's another clue. And this is another one for Uptown. There are 3 clues now waiting for us in Uptown. Are you kidding me? I'm all up there in downtown. What can I say? We have to continue drawing our tokens. And another clue. And this seems to go to East Town. We have now 2 clues in East Town too. So overall, that's not bad at all actually, because this really helps us. But of course we are not done yet. We still have to draw 2 more. And we see another headline. This seems to be a nasty one. Occultism craze sweeps Arkham. Police warns most mediums frauds. Beat your bows magic. Very real. A headline. Test will -1. If you fail, place 1 doom in your space. If you are in a street space, place a doom in adjacent neighborhood space instead. Okay, makes sense. Good thing is I have focused my will. So Marie still gets to roll 2 dice instead of 1 now. And yes, whoa, close. But we made it. I take it. Awesome. That's how you can continue. Great stuff. But not so fast. We still have to draw another, and we see another doom. And where does it go? Into Uptown, which is okay, I guess, to St. Mary's Hospital. But sooner or later I really have to come down here. But I'm not so sure if that game will last that long anyway. Okay, those were all of our mythos tokens. Let's do one more round. And I think, again, I have to start with Marie. I have to see if she will be able to evade. If she's not able to evade, she has to move down towards the unstable space. That's what it says here. But I think, first of all, she needs to... she needs to focus, because otherwise she won't roll enough dice. This is really important that we get rid of this guy. So will she get rid of will or strength? Let's get rid of will for now. So she will focus here. I think she will not use her smoky velvet just yet. She wants to evade now. Good thing is she has her leather coat. So in total she has 1 + 3, so she has 4 observation. But this guy subtracts 2 from those 4, so she will only roll 2 dice. But she still has her rabbit's foot to reroll 1, and she could also get rid of that clue she holds. So let's see. Okay, I take that for sure. That was really great. So this guy is now evaded, which means she gets 1 action back. So she still has 2 full actions now, which is really great. And either she now attacks this guy, or she moves over to Hips Roadhouse to get rid of some of those things. But I think the gate burst is gone. Yeah, I think the risk is okay, I guess. No, let's try to attack this Abyssal Servant. So she has 3 dice because she focused. She gets 2 more dice because of her, what was it? She has a weapon. Grandmare's Knife, but she will lose 1 die because of the Abyssal Servant. So in total she will roll 4 dice. And yes, of course, that's a very, very close call, but I have to really start getting rid of some of those monsters. Otherwise, it will be really terrible up there. No, I think you cannot see the dice tower here. Okay, let's see. Okay, those were 2 hits. That's not good enough, apparently. It's not bad, but it's not great. So he has now 2 wounds. And she will use her rabbit's foot now for sure, in order to re-roll 1 die here. So let's see. Okay, Ah, that's only one. That's a pity. So next, let's have her also discard her strength token here. So for another reroll. That's another 5. Okay, we are getting there. She has still one more die left and she still has a token. And I think she will totally spend that too and hope for another 5 or 6. And yes! Wow! She's a star and a beast. I don't know what to call her. That was simply amazing, Marie. It cost us dearly again, but yeah, she will also get a remnant for this. This was really great. So cool, Marie. And she still has one more action left. And I think let's have her simply go for a ward action. She will roll 3 dice. Or she could also use her clue now. She could go for a research action too. Clue or research. Let's go for a research action. So she will roll 2 dice now and hope for 1 success. Yes, wow, she's on fire. So we will place one of those clue tokens onto the scenario sheet, which is now at 3. Cool, and now she will use her, what is it, Smoky Velvet ability on Agnes. She will also do the research action now. She will roll 3 dice. That's 1 success. That's 1 success. Should she do something? We have a reroll, or we could use the intervene spell from Marie Lambeau. Yeah, I think let's do that. So this means she will spend 1 and 1. Or 2. Let's get rid of both. We need our health, I think. And so this doesn't cost her, and she will now roll 2 dice, and we need 1 more success, which we can add to the test of Agnes. And yes, again, she hits. Perfect. So Agnes will move 2 of her clues to the scenario sheet as well. So that's 5 hit points right now we can remove from Umordhoth, which is not bad. It's not enough, but it's not bad. It's a start. And then I think we want to get rid of this Wolfman Drew. So we do Calvin right next. He will roll 4 dice plus 2 dice, 6 dice minus 1, 5 dice in total, and we need 3 successes. So let's see how things are going. That's 2 successes. It's a start, but we really have to get rid of this. We cannot use the intervene ability again, so I think he will once more use the voice of the messenger. So let's assign 1 more sanity to the until end of time condition. And this allows us to reroll those 3 dice here. And yes! That's so cool. Wolfman Drew is no more, and he will not show up anymore. And he feeds. No, he doesn't heal. So he simply disappears. And this also means we can place one of those tokens onto the scenario sheet, which is another plus 2 hit points. So we simply just now removed 2 of his health from Umordhoth. So he's now at 18. Those are 5 more, 13 more hit points to go. Still an awful lot of health, but at least we're getting somewhere. And last but not least, it's Agnes. And she will move 1, 2 spaces here. I think this should be good enough, so this Mask Hunter will not go after her. She, of course, has to spend 1 buck for that. And then she could either focus again, or she will simply go for this ward action. Let's do the ward action, which means she will roll 4 dice, and she's failing miserably. And I think she will not re-roll. She will not get rid of her focus token whatsoever. Let's keep it as it is. We rolled pretty well this round, so I think I can definitely accept this. Okay, next we have the monster phase. So this guy will move towards the monster with the investigator with the most clues. And no one has clues. So again, I get to choose. No, this was bad. Because they all have you move to the closest one. So this guy will now engage him. Oh, okay, that's bad. So he will take 2 hits and 1 sanity damage. And I believe I forgot this ability here. Oh crap, after you deals damage to a monster in your space, deals 1 damage to that monster. I think I shouldn't have re-rolled this. for the Wolfman. No, I had 2 successes and I needed 1 more. This was bad, but I will not take it back. Again, I will not take it back. So again, that's 2 health, which goes to Lita in this case. And yeah, I think she will also take that sanity hit for him too. Overall, not too terrible. We can deal with that. But here I was not really thinking straight. The corpse takes will stay here. From the space, there are no doom on this space. The creeping ghoul will move toward the unstable space, which is now, I believe, St. Mary's Hospital, which is something I can accept for sure. So this was here, 1, 2 spaces down there. And yeah, Umordhoth will simply move up to the Black Cave. Okay, those were all of our monsters. Not terrible, not really terrible. So let's do some encounters. Only Marie and Agnes will have because Calvin is engaged. So let's start with Marie here in East Town at Velma's Diner. For a little compensation, Velma will let you examine the diner's plumbing. You may spend $1 to pull apart the sink. Let's do that. That's always fancy. We have the money. Let's spend it. If you do, Velma brings you meatloaf and you find strange dark tendrils in the pipes. You or an ally recovers 3 health and you gain 1 clue from your neighborhood. That's great, because this means she fully heals her damage, and of course she will gain 1 additional clue from the neighborhood. So again, we could do a research action later on. Not too bad. And then it's Agnes, who also happens to be at the police station in East Town. And again, it's one of those special encounters there. You share your findings with Sheriff Engel. We do an observation, influence test. Why always she has to do this influence test? So let's roll her 2 dice. Unfortunately, the intervene is still exhausted, and this is not good enough. Should I spend 1 of her focus tokens? Yes, I do. Let's spend that strength for now. Let's re-roll 1 die. I haven't really not checked the card yet what will happen, and that's a 1. And I think I will not do that again. And we could have gained something. Okay, that's not too bad at least. Whether you pass or not, 1 particular cop was listening intently. Spawn the set-aside Billy Cooper monster at the police station and return this card to the archive. So we have just found our 2nd cultist, which also means we have to set aside this token, and then we have to find Billy Cooper, right? Yeah, it was Billy Cooper, this guy here. And he seems to be a nasty one. He's a lurker and he will place 1 doom at the police station every time he does something. On the other hand, he's more or less the same, -1 on observation, so it's harder to evade or exhaust him. If you defeat another monster while engaged with Billy, he's also defeated. What? If you defeat another monster while engaged with Billy, he's also defeated. Wow, that's great. Unfortunately, there aren't any other monsters right now. Okie dokie, let's do the Mythos phase. There are only 2 tokens left, and yes, here we see the Reckoning. Again, we will start with Calvin anyway. So let's do the good one first. We will remove 1 and 1 of those tokens, and let's do the Dark Pact. Unfortunately, I don't have my Voice of the Messenger, and again, we are good. Then we have the Innsmouth look. So we suffer 1 horror or we spend 1 focus. And in this case, yeah, let's totally spend the focus. Let's spend the will, I guess. Yeah, let's spend the will. Let's spend the will. I think that's the better deal. I think those were all of his reckoning effects. So let's place 1 more doom on the scenario sheet. There aren't any rumors out there. And I think that's it in respect to those reckoning effects, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but still he has to draw 1 more. And I already know what it is. It's a monster. And that's bad news. That's the Ghoul Acolyte. Spawn at unstable space, which is the police station. Or maybe it's not bad. Huh, maybe not. He will place 1 doom at unstable space. Wow. 2 and -1. After you evade this monster, it moves 1 space toward the unstable space. After you evade this monster, he will still be exhausted, but I guess he will whatever, simply move ahead. But it's good. If I defeat the school acolyte, Billy Cooper is also defeated, and the school acolyte is much easier to defeat. How cool is that? So overall, that's not bad actually. I replenished the Mythos cup, so let's do Agnes Bake. Ah, another monster. This can go terribly wrong now. And yes, it does. The vicious glutton, spawn at unstable space. Again, it's the police station. He will patrol, move toward most doom, engage lowest will. They're not terrible, but still. This sucks. Okay, yeah, we have to spawn it or set it next to Agnes Baker 2, who now has to deal with 3 monsters. So I think the next round will be a pretty combat extensive one. Yeah. For a second token, will be a gate burst. This can be bad now. And in this case, it's downtown, so that's not the worst thing in the world. So let's put those tokens onto the neighborhood accordingly. We have to reshuffle that discard pile and put it back to the event deck accordingly. And that's really a mechanic that works pretty well in this game. And then it's Marie Lambeau. We have to spawn another clue. Tomb. So let's see what we get. It's downtown and it's the Arkham Asylum. This would be so cool if this would have been the unstable location. But this also means we have 2 clues in each of those spaces here in downtown. Okay, let's do one more. And oh, are you kidding me? Another reckoning right off the bat. Yeah, let's do the same exercise again. So we will do this, which is okay. I think I will not focus in this case. I really can take this horror. But of course, we still have to roll for the Dark Pact now. And again, very close. And yeah, we have to place a new doom. We are now at 11. We still can put on 4 more before something terrible will happen. And I'm pretty sure this means we will lose the game. So I think I really shouldn't waste much more time. I really have to start attacking Umordhoth sooner or later. I think this playthrough will only take 1 more video, I'm pretty sure. But I will call it for today. But at least it really seems to be relatively close. So I have collected some clues. I have found and defeated at least one of those cultists. So I already did kind of some virtual damage to Umordhoth here. Our guys are, let's say, equipped with some weapons and stuff. So there is at least a slight chance to take down Umordhoth. And yeah, I really hope you are still enjoying my little playthrough of Arkham Horror here. I really like it a lot. Very cool scenario. Really impressed by it. Really tense. Feels well. Narrative is great. So yes, definitely amazing game. Hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And yeah, until then, bye bye.